Here on this demonstration, I'm going to simulate a network-based attack using Kali, which is here, that environment is here. And the Metasploitable is this one that I have it on this side. And that would be the Metasploitable 2 version for us as a target. So that would be something that we would be checking on if those two would be able to communicate. So the IP is 93 of the Metasploitable, so we are able to see from a Kali Linux. Let's moving on further on demonstration. We tested the connection. Then we're going to do interception attack, MITM via ARP spoofing. So we're going to mimic something. We're going to trick the victim and the gateway to send traffic through the attacker. So that would be something that we would be looking. We would, first of all, on the Kali Linux, we would be enabling the IP forwarding. And how we were going to do that, we're going to do this way. Sudo sh-c, that would be echo on proc, yes, IP forward, that would be the path. Let's verify if that got changed. Proc sys net IP version 4 and then IP forward. If it's showing 1, it's changed. So that means the IP forwarding is enabled now on this Kali machine, and that can forward packets between a victim and the gateway, essentially for MITM attacks, man-in-the-middle attacks. I'm talking about that. Let's first open 2 terminals. One would be here. The other one would be on the first terminal. We are running both Metasploitable IP to gateway and the gateway to Metasploitable IP. And now let's just open the Wireshark. We want to see this, how this was happening and what's going on. And we're going to select that interface on the Wireshark appropriate to this communication, and we're going to start capture. Where you would be seeing how those ARP spoofing would be seen and would be captured. So we're going to go on Ethernet 0 or any, whatever it would be okay. But just let for a couple of seconds to capture some traffic. Whatever is going on those 2 terminals, the Wireshark is able to capture. And one of the good things on the Wireshark is that you can use filter. You can apply filter on top of that traffic that has been captured. You can apply that filter, for example, FTP, that would show you if there is any FTP traffic on that one, or HTTP, whatever it is. So this would be the way that Wireshark would work. If we want to see the ARP communication traffic, we're going to just use the filter ARP. And I open the applications running on Metasploitable, and you see that there are a lot of traffic captured by Wireshark that is coming from this IP address. Next, what we're going to do, layer 2 attack. So MAC flooding. Let's see that we're going to use a tool that is called DNSF. That would be something that we would be looking. Since we are looking layer 2 attack, MAC flooding, we're going to overload switch MAC tables, so would start to broadcast traffic. And one of the tools that is used on Kali Linux is DNSF tools. That would be, if not available, you would be able to install that. Sudo apt install DNSF. If we would do sudo mac off on the Ethernet 0, that would be using this. So what would be continuous generation of the fake MAC addresses that are going on. And if we want to use the Wireshark to sniff, and here you would see that MAC flood with a huge generation of MAC addresses, fake one, that are going on. This way, we would be able to spot whenever we monitor the floods, and the floods would be seen this way. So you can target this towards anyone. The other way is using the TCP dump, one of the good tools that would be able to capture too what's going on as a traffic, and it starts to capture more and more and more as those are coming.